saying that. What about Shabbos? I'll give you the Shabbos one because I have it on top of my head. Exodus 1 verse 14. If you break Shabbos, if I see you on an electric bicycle, I'm gonna stone you. That's
right.
Basically.
Does it say more about electric bicycles, about electricity at all?
No, that's what your rabbis say, not me.
That's not what it.
That's what the rabbis say. I don't believe that breaks Shabbos, but the rabbis do. The rabbis believe you should not spark a fire, etc., etc., etc. That doesn't matter. If you break Shabbos, you get killed. That's in the Torah. If you don't believe in that, you don't believe in Torah. You're not a Jew. It's that simple. So, if you don't agree with that, there is no discussion. It's like I'm talking to a Muslim who never read the Quran but believes in it, but goes against everything it says. As much as he doesn't even believe Muhammad is a prophet. There's nothing.
Well, so in your opinion, there are no Jews, there is no Israel at the moment, right? Because nobody kills anybody because they don't.
Well, some of them justify it in different ways, but some of them do say that yes, we should do it. So some of them say, oh, we don't have a Sanhedrin, that's why we don't do it. Some of them say, oh, we should do it, but we are living in the secular society and they are choosing the secular law over the divine one, yet they don't really say the divine one isn't legitimate. Do you see what I'm saying? If you don't believe in Torah, claiming you believe in Torah doesn't mean you believe in it. So if you claim you believe in you're doing exactly like a Muslim who believes in the Quran but never read it, goes against everything in it, does not believe Muhammad is a prophet.
Well, I read the Torah, I studied the Torah, I do it every day, and still I'm not following.
So what kind of non-religious Jew does Torah every day? He read the whole Torah and he does Torah every day. What kind of which kind of secular?
I don't do the Torah, I study.
Okay, you study the Torah every day. You're not religious. You study the Torah every day, and what?
Yeah.
Yet you never knew about Shabbos. Breaking Shabbos gets you killed.
It says yes that you should keep my Shabbat.
So what happens? What happens to cuckoldry? What happens to cuckoldry then? Forget keeping Shabbos because you guys disagree on that. I have my own way of looking at it, which is the realistic way.
All of us do.
What about cuckoldry? Man? What if I saw Mordechai and he has
Cuckoldry is a modern concept.
No, it's not. I found a man called Mordechai and he has a wife called Shoshana and I found that she has a beautiful ass and I had sex with her. What happens?
You're condemned.
How?
I don't know. I mean, you're not.
You don't know, but you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer.
And God, like if
no, it's not between you and God. Can you read Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10 and 11? It shows you very clearly. This guy doesn't stand a chance. It shows you very clearly what happens.
Right. So
both the adulteress and the man she committed adultery with are to be put to death.
Okay.
Right. So it's not you condemned by the people.
Every day.
That's not too much, right?
Okay, I know for a fact you don't read Torah, so why are you lying about
the Torah? Well, what does it say actually?
I literally told you, both her and the man. Can you read it? Can you read the damn thing? Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10.
I'm telling you what it says. It says what you want, right?
It says what?
What you want.
Can you read it? It doesn't say a word. It says
I don't have it in front of me right now. But
well, you can go check Google.
Does it say Tirza?
Can you read Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10 and 11? If you don't read it, I'm not going to answer any of your questions. You don't want an answer. If you want an answer, you would read it.
Okay. I'll as soon as I get it in front of me, I'll.
Until then, I mean, how old are you?
I'm old enough.
Well, how old enough? Like 40, 38, 35?
Over 40.
Over 40. So you have more than 40 years to read it.
But he reads it every day.
So he reads it every day, exactly. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10 and 11. You will find what happens to an adulterous woman or even adulterer man. Cuckoldry is not okay. Okay, what about having sex with an animal? A few verses after, you can check verse 15 and 16. If you have sex with an animal, both you and the animal are to be put to death. So you can't say, oh, you're condemned, or we're going to tell you you're a bad boy, and that's that. It's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, that's not how it works. So you're in direct disagreement with Moses. You can do that. That's fine. See, but in my paradigm, like that discounts you from being a Jew. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's your paradigm. But that's not the church. So yeah, I'll get back to you when I open the text. Sure. It's not.
Oh, sure. I'm all ears, man. But I'm just saying, it is what it says. It's very clear. Now, you could say, I don't want to do that. You can say, I don't want to do it. Look, I'm not the most practicing. You can say, I don't want to do it. But to say that that is not what is required is a big one, right? Or you can say, hey, we don't have the Sanhedrin. Therefore, I don't get to do that. Like, that's the best argument you can make as a Jew. I'm even telling you how to escape accountability. But, like, to say that it's not supposed to be done, that is a very big one now.
Yeah, it was always the interpretation of our rabbis. So basically, it's every rabbi that ever lived, right?
What interpretation of your rabbi? You have a million rabbis, each one of them believe.
Unless it was correct, we would be killing people left and right? And we don't do that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
right?
But that doesn't mean it's not correct. That simply means you're not following your religion. That's the problem.
Again, but by your opinion, it means it's not correct. That's by your opinion, all of the rabbis and all of the boards
Is it not written?
correct, right?
Is it not written?
Yeah,
it's written. I mean,
also practice.
We have to go back to the text and read the words.
Infinite examples. There's infinite examples of it actually being put in practice, man. Like, you're gonna have a very hard time to go against these things, dude. I'm just trying. And like, you seem like a nice guy, okay? I do respect you. You've been very respectful on all of that stuff. I really don't mean anything negative to you as a person, man. But like, I do see clearly that you don't know these things, and that's fine. But like, just if you look into them, you will see it very clearly, man. You're gonna have a very hard time denying.
I'll open the 2011, the 2010, 11. That's what Christians love to quote. Yeah, I know. But again, can you also give me a few examples? So I'll Google them as well. Of fathers killing people for desecrating Shabbos or.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you said because I was washing my hands. Can you repeat that?
That in addition to Leviticus 20, 10, 11, which I know Christians love to quote, could you also bring some examples of Jews?
Why do you think Christians love to quote that?
They have a few, like Daniel 7, Daniel 9. Yeah, there's things that Christians know my comment.
Daniel 7 is important. Daniel 7 is important. The Christians definitely love to look at Daniel 7, but Leviticus 20, 10, that has nothing to do with what we like to do and what we don't like to do. This is what the Jews should be telling you, and they don't because they themselves don't do Torah. Daniel 7, what else do you want? Aside from Daniel 7, because I can talk to you about that one for the next 6 hours. I have to go in 10 minutes. So what else do you want?
Yeah, there are a few examples of Jews killing homosexuals or, killing people who disagree with Shabbat and stuff.
You're supposed to, according to the commandments.
Yeah, so
I
you
don't have
can give some examples of that. I would love to Google them as well.
I don't have it on top of my head, man, but you can. What I want you to do is this. Check the verse. This is the adultery one. Okay, so let's do this. Adultery, homosexuality, and bestiality. And Shabbos. Okay? So.
With power, absolute, like it wins no matter what. Like it is.
But if you start using terms like good and evil, you're automatically adding a justification or a not present of a justification. So when you say that the people are acting in their own individual interest by using blackmail to acquire power, and then after that they create this deity that's just delusion.
Yeah, but it is a useful delusion. It is something that gives them power over you, which you think you have a clear thoughts. You're not playing with delusions. However, their delusion has power, and it has empowered them, and it has given them results. And I'm not saying that they're gonna win or this is the final outcome. I'm just saying this has been the outcome for thousands of years. And perhaps like there were ways that we're combating them, and perhaps at the end we will vanquish them. But I just wanted to discuss how this phenomena happens and how it has more power than the other phenomena, which is my parents tell me God is good, just like they tell me, let's say Santa Claus is good, whatever, and I believe it. And it lacks in essence. Like perhaps if you analyze it and you find that God is good, then for sure you're more powerful and you hold truth. But I'm telling you, like certain people, they have witnessed the other side of it, and I would like to just see if you guys are able to see like what they see from it, because they see practical effects, right?
I understand what you mean. Like, so Samoa, I think he's kind of referring to, what's a good example? Oh, here. Do you know what analogy Jones film, those people worshiping the owl, right? Remember? So are you there? All right. Wow.
Okay, yeah, we remember. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. So he's saying, look, these people in power, they do like creepy shit, man. They be having their weird sex parties. They be like, ordering pizza and stuff. He's like, do you think that they're doing that like because it's like some type of tradition that they hold, like the elite hold, where they know that these practices are evil? They think that practicing these things helps them gain either success in whatever business they're in or political power. What if that is like true, or like what if, because it seems that he's
What
making
if
a point
what's
that
true to do the motivation
Like,
behind said actions or
yeah,
to
like,
come up in life?
like what's the motivation behind that? This is one thing. Like people in power have been doing this freaky shit for such a long time, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, simultaneously being in societies where they see that God is good and is against everything that they're doing. But why are they doing this? Is it like, does the ritual give them power? Like what does that look like? That's basically
So,
explaining.
what was the first? Wait, real quick question, and I'll go on mute. But how did they know that the act was evil?
Well, that's what he's saying. The people are knowledgeable that it's evil. They're not making a justification that what they're doing is good. So that's
For you to acknowledge that you're using some sort of a moral.
Here's someone to answer you.
Yeah.
Because I think
So
I
does the
answered,
science-
but you didn't get it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Step right in front of the little engine. Yeah, go ahead.
We start with a natural aversion. Okay? You're born, you have a natural aversion. If you're born as a baby, I put feces up to your nose, you're gonna feel disgust. Okay? That natural aversion, you label it evil, and you start because it's natural. You're harming yourself at a point. Like I'm telling you, these people dissociate and they become personas and they have all kind of mental diseases. That's like good is natural. So evil also, like when you do something that is evil, it's also natural. You have an instinct for it. So they just realized that a concentration of those natural aversions put into a ritual system, add drugs, add this, then you start freaking seeing this horn god, and it tells you to bring it a child and do this and do that, and at the end, that blackmail material, the next day, maybe you're gonna be successful, I don't know, artist or whatever, or like someone in that blackmail team. Now you have acquired their loyalty.
Those ungrateful little turds.
6 months to tell me how I'm wrong, okay? So, what I was telling Simon is exactly this. I'll be as quick as I can. The number infinity is a concept, it's not a number. Infinity is not something that can be reached. You cannot fit infinite people in infinite rooms because you can always add more people and add more rooms. Therefore, infinity is a concept. It is not a number or a thing that can exist in the sense that we cannot reach infinity.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you believe everything that happens for a cause? Yes, it must. Can you please imagine something that pops into existence without a cause? No matter what you imagine. Imagine a cow popping into existence without a cause. Oh, you imagine it with how many limbs? 4? That's because you designed it this way. Regardless, nothing happens without a cause. The reason you're talking to me is because your parents got you, their parents got them. Whatever, you're free, you're doing your dishes right now. There's a million causes. Regardless, each cause has a cause, and on and on and on. So, that sequence of cause, is it finite or is it infinite? Oh, it must be finite. Infinity cannot be reached. Therefore, there must be, mathematically speaking, there must be a first cause. So So you do live in a cause and effect world where you cannot conceptualize the first cause. Now, if you cannot conceptualize it,
Why does it have to be infinite?
it has to be finite because infinity cannot be reached.
Okay.
So the sequence of cause has to be finite, and therefore there must be a first cause. So you do live in a world of cause and effect, but you cannot conceptualize the first cause. If you cannot conceptualize it, doesn't mean it's not true. The universe, is it finite or is it infinite? It doesn't matter what you think, you cannot conceptualize it. Infinity is not, it doesn't exist, you cannot conceptualize it. If it's finite, what comes after it? Okay, either way, you cannot conceptualize it, yet one of these statements is true. Right, so if you cannot conceptualize the first cause, doesn't mean it's not true. Now, what do we know about that first cause? We know that it's not bound by space, because otherwise it won't be the first cause. If it's not bound by space, it must be omnipresent. But if it's not bound by space, then it has no boundaries, so it cannot be quantifiable, right? You need boundaries to quantify 1, and now let's have 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, but we cannot do that, therefore it must be 1. It's not bound by time, so it must be everlasting, but it also cannot change, because change entails then and now. But with the first cause, there is no change. There is no then and now, it's not bound by time. Okay. It is the first cause, so nothing caused it, therefore nothing motivates it, nothing moves it, there's no force that can be exerted upon it. Therefore it acts on total absolute free will. And it created the world not for its own benefit, but rather for yours, because it cannot change, it cannot benefit. It cannot be added to or subtracted from, it does not know change. So then it must have created the world out of altruism, and that's why we say it must be all loving and all kind, because it created the world for the benefit of the world, in other words. This is all based on, because it's a
I think that you, okay, we can talk about it some other time, but I think that you are circling.
Okay, I want you to meditate. I did it very quick. I mean, I can argue each and every single point I made. We can talk about it there. Now, Simon admitted that we cannot reach infinity, and he admitted that everything that happens for a cause, and he admitted that the sequence
Yeah,
of cause must be
infinity
finite.
is not a number, infinity is a concept.
Okay, and he admitted that it cannot be reached. He admitted that everything that happens for a cause. And he admitted there's a sequence of cause which must be finite, but he doesn't want to admit that there's a first cause. But in a sequence that is of cause that is finite, then that must mean that the first cause is there is first cause mathematically. You cannot deny that. Can you deny that? So it's not about me winning. It's more about him not wanting to reconcile with the truth. He's not a pursuit of the truth. He's a pursuit of these nuts with Ayn Rand. That's what it is.
Okay, I would like to
just quickly before Rabbi goes, basically what he outlined is like a childish way to describe the Kabbalah from Ari and Bala Sulam.
Oh my God, says the guy who never read Torah. You don't even know about cuckoldry being forbidden. Oh my God.
Right. So whatever. So you just described it in a very simple way. But
Oh my God, that's why this guy. I gotta go, guys. I'll see you guys later.
yeah, you should read the Ria Kadosh and Bala Sulam. Just very.
He ran away, he lost.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you won.
You won. That's our rule. If you run away, you lose. Oh my God, Randy's gone. What are we gonna do now?
I don't know. We're gonna argue. We need some arguments here.
Oh my God, Jello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, I haven't been on for a couple of weeks.
Why? Somebody bother you? Want me to beat somebody up for you?
Yeah, I know that.
I'm ready.
No, I was just taking a little break. You know, sometimes
Yeah, you need to do
I
that
just need to
sometimes.
be away from Clubhouse.
Yeah.
It just
Healthy.
feels good. And to be honest, I mean, like today I have spent a lot of time here, but I'm already getting fed up. I mean, it's like already.
My darling Issa, don't be upset. You do this to yourself. You're a sadomasochist. It's like putting your brain in a blender, my love. Let me read you flowery poetry and make you feel ecstatically joyful.
I actually missed that. He's one of the people I met.
You see, it's in everything we say and how we say it. Do you say it with love? Do you say it with joy? Or
You sound like Dorothy.
You mean like gay?
You know, he sounds like just Dorothy in drag.
It sounds like Dorothy.
Yeah, you know Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. You know, they have their own language, the way that they talk in the olden days on TV, like, hello, this is Mother Neverland, and I'd like you to come over and brew watermelon.
it's a theatrical voice. You're projecting something that's very transitive, diaphanous, you might say. Brilliantly white light, bright. Dr. Shookie's here. So, I listen to your rooms, and honestly, I think that the best reframe for Clown House is to just call it a comedy club, and everybody is in set on the stage, and if they go for an hour or 50 minutes or 30 minutes, that's their set. But I honestly think you have to positively reframe it as comedy. Otherwise, it really is like putting your head in a blender, and you question, why am I even listening to this?
And what was your answer? Why were you listening to this?
Because it is such your rooms are great because it's like a cornucopia, total variety of speakers from all around the world. And it's funny because you get these opposing forces. I think the Meyer and Randy debate is actually like a comedy routine, but they don't know it. And then you, as the listener, also get completely hypnotized, and you get angry listening to it because it's so stupid. But I don't know. I'm just saying it's an interesting thing to record because it's so dynamic and unique and one-off. There's no other recording like it to actually make a record of of an unrecorded conversation. I don't know. It sounds ridiculous, but it's interesting to hear all of this variety and what I consider a waste of time. But you see, the thing is, if you look at it from the perspective of what you're consuming, which is a transcript or a program, it's just not there. It's really very low value. Therefore, it has to be comedy. Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Well, to me, it was very interesting today, the conversation. And that's the reason why I was hooked on it, even if they were driving me crazy, because it was actually something I wanted to hear about. I have been off Clubhouse for 2 weeks, and I don't know, I was just hooked today on the conversation, and it was good.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as past. There's no such thing as future. There's barely now. There is no now. It's just ever fleeting. So when you say you haven't been here in 2 weeks, you're here now. That the now is all important. But again, what are you consuming? Your ears are like your lips. You're eating and putting something in your cup. Now your cup, in my opinion, is brainwashed with nonsense. But I think most people are just trying to learn how to speak English.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it is about large language models. People don't like that. They think that's insulting. But if you speak to a non-native English speaker, I think what they're really trying to do is eat as much English as they can and have as many conversations as they can. It's a game to essentially, be a part of the English language industrial complex
I've been practicing my English, boy. How does it sound? Does it sound like yours? Does it sound any better than it was the day prior?
It sounds elegant. It sounds elegant and eloquent to me, Tommy.
Oh,
You
dear.
guys are taking me back in time.
It sounds like
Tommy.
a fire.
Tommy, can I take you to tea this
You
afternoon?
almost sound like the Elephant Man.
It sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh yeah, is that you?
El Normo has a trans fake account on here, burner account. I told him to create a comedy account, Comedy Burner. So El Normo has a secret burner account floating around.
Really? Is it funny?
Don't out
He
him.
goes out as trans. He's pulling a Caitlyn Jenner here on
who it
Clubhouse. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he took that advice.
Don't tell us who it is.
It's just a joke.
Don't be
Just a
that friend.
joke. Just a joke. Have you ever gone on YouTube and typed in Dr. Jordan Shaw Clubhouse or El Normo Clubhouse and looked to see what
No.
is there?
What are we supposed to find?
You're gonna see my comedy edits of these guys talking on
Oh,
Clubhouse.
you added my photo the other day.
But
My photo and some sort of, I don't know what you were talking about.
oh,
You were reading something.
I follow you on many of my YouTube accounts, Issa. I know.
You do?
Yeah, go to look.
Do I even have followers on YouTube?
Yeah, look at your subscribers. Go to your profile and then click on subscribers, and then look at
Didn't
all.
even know I had.
Look at all my YouTube accounts and just subscribe to all of them because there's a lot of content
Oh,
out there.
I have 4 subscribers. Is it all you?
Yeah, it's got to be all me.
Well, thank you for following me.
See, this is
Call that an obsession.
this is how people actually should organize, which is essentially it should be like a webmasters meetup or an SEO meetup where people actually organize to download keywords.
Very good, boy. Very good.
Donald Trump is a
What are you Muslim?
I'm a Muslim, alhamdulillah.
That's
Oh my God.
And Donald Trump and Donald Trump is not good. He's a
You don't like him? Why?
No, it's a bitch.
He's a what?
Small bitch.
Well, get ready
in
for
Donald Trump.
Germany very soon.
You come to Germany, come to Frankfurt, I'm here, I give you so much from grass, I give you hash, I give you only
Oh my God! So on top of that, your
your English is not good.
you're selling hashish.
No,
It's
it's not good, but
Frankfurt.
Marco,
Frankfurt, Wiesbaden, wie übernehmen die kleinen Wahnsinn.
She's a Moor.
When you come here to Germany, I'm in Frankfurt. My name is Mu. I come here Frankfurt, in the city. You can come to me, but I give you,
what?
I give you my cock. My cock. I give you my cock.
Manche brauchen nur Kraft, dich
Manche brauchen nur Kraft.
Why you think she wants something from you? Why you
zu
think
beißen.
Um mich zu beißen. Ich speise deine Mama. Google mal, ich speise deine Mama.
Mhm.
No, she's not your
Mein
spicy mom.
Vater weiß
Ich
ich.
speise deine Mama.
Das weiß deine Schwester.
Hello, moderators. This is comedy. If you could please put me in your queue, I'd like to read you some beautiful poetry.
Comedy, tell them how you feel, comedy, please.
Julu, I'm from Morocco. I'm not from America.
Oh, we have to say toodaloo to Morocco.
No, I come from Morocco.
Where's Morocco?
Morocco and your mom.
Casablanca?
You tell your mom Morocco.
Tell your mom Morocco. What this mean?
You tell your mom on Morocco who's Morocco.
Why my mom cares?
Tell your dad, tell your mom, tell your
Why
grandma.
tell them this? For what reason?
Oh, tell him he get you. He get you for you.
To get me? To take me to Morocco? But you're in Germany. What I do?
I take you to Morocco and I fuck you in Morocco.
Why? Why you do it there?
With my cock I fuck you. I fuck you with my cock.
I don't like that. I like
Okay,
it.
You like it? When I come to you in Morocco, I like this.
Toodaloo, Morocco.
Okay, as a Moroccan, this is highly offensive. You need to stay
He's
out.
gone. He's gone. She's gone. There's always one psycho. Yesterday, all the psychos won.
That's what I said. Everybody join me saying toodaloo to Morocco, and nobody said toodaloo.
Okay, I'd like to read just a slight little beautiful poem for you beautiful, lovely people.
I was getting
It's just three sentences. You're gonna love it.
No, I wasn't looking at my
That was
phone.
a cave
I wasn't.
Okay, moderators, put me in the queue. I just want to read to you 3 little verses. Positive neurolinguistic programming. Here we go. I have eaten your bread and salt. I have drunk your water and wine. The deaths ye died, I have watched beside, and the lives that ye led were mine. Was there aught that I did not share in vigil or toil or ease? One joy or woe that I did not know, dear hearts across the seas? I have written the tale of our life for a sheltered people's mirth, in jesting guise, but ye are wise, and ye know what the jest is worth.
Very good, boy. Very good.
Can't people just read a little poetry to each other every once in a while? Are you that sadomasochistic?
This is not your poetry room.
Well, what I'm telling you is you're a cop. Everything you fill in it is these words on this app, and the shit you're listening to is beyond stupid. It's horrible compression and bad programming.
Did you follow the months already?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow everybody in this room.
Good. Randy left me exhausted.
He's a dishwasher and a washing machine and a dryer. I mean, the guy is 3 machines in one. You know, he just.
But he knows his. I don't know, like he knows his Bible. Yeah.
Oh, great! He's a memory box, but he's not teaching meditation. He's not giving relaxation. He's not.
Yeah,
he doesn't create relaxation for people. It's horrible communication. I mean, I'm listening to birds right now in the silence, and I can tell you that brings so much peace. You know, Randy is not a peacemaker. He's a chaos agent. It takes one to know one, is what I'm saying. He's a blender.
Are you looking for a little relaxation, boy? A little ease into the afternoon? Because I can oblige.
Yeah, take the deepest breath of the day through your nose. Hold it for 10 seconds.
Goose rubber.
Just let it go, you know, keep smiling. Nothing's miserable. So has anybody here road raged yet today? Anybody have any anger management issues? Anybody get angry about anything they heard?
Nope, I'm the calmest driver you'll ever meet.
So this is all just like a meditation for you. Very deep, relaxing, vibratory, positive vibration hypnosis that Dr. Randy Rabbi McDickerson of the Itty Bitty to Titty Committee puts you into. What a way to listen to an audiobook. What an amazing brain. So much truth. Wow. Moose knuckles. Anybody have any pain in their left hamstring, their left leg, and their hamstring on their left leg? Anybody got a tight hamstring right now? Anybody got a tight back? Ooh, Narges is here. She's going to read to us something from the Master of Love.
Who?
The Master of Love. Hi, Narges.
Hi. I heard you were doing a hypno reading today.
Narges is going to do the hypnosis.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
All right then, let's start. What am I reading for you?
Do you want to read the Book of the Law?
It's Tanya. What about the Tanya?
I don't have that one.
Well, you read it already. You forgot already that he read the Tanya.
No, I've read the Tanya.
I know you read it to the class.
Okay, I'm going to pin the link.
We should do Talmud or
No, she's going to read from the Book of the Law.
I don't
I posted the link to the top and just click the link and read that.
Alright. The laws of moisture.
No, this is a family
Alright,
text.
let me read the book of the law. I'm gonna read to wherever I can, maybe till 14. Had, chapter 1, is that what I'm reading?
Yeah, go for it.
Had, the manifestation of Nui, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every number is infinite, there is no difference. Help me, O warrior lord of thieves, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou had my secret center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Awaz, the minister of Hur-Parkarat. The Chabs is in the Hu, and not the Hu in the Chabs. Worship then the Chabs, and behold my light shed over you. Let my servants be few in secret, they shall rule the many of the north. These are fools that men adore, both their gods and their men are fools. Come forth, O children under the stars, and take your fill of love. I am above you and in you. My ecstasy is in yours. My joy is to see your joy. Above the Gemed Azure is the naked splendor of Nui. She bends in ecstasy to kiss the secret adores of Hadad. The winged globe, the starry blue, are mine, O Ankh of Naonsu. Now ye shall know that the chosen priest and apostle of infinite space is the prince priest, the beast, and in his woman called the scarlet woman is all power given. They shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. For he is ever a sun, and she a moon. But to him is the winged secret flame, and to